Right, so as you can see, I have myself a Vauxhall Vivaro here, 2900. The person who owns it has got a problem with the clutch, or something to do with the clutch. I've just literally gone and meddled with the clutch and stuff like that, and we've actually got a working clutch, but the gearbox could be iffy, I'm not quite sure, but the gear selectors are really bloody stiff on this one, which is actually quite common. But it's the 1.9 DCI Renault engine in this one, the G9U. So I'm going to bring you guys along step by step, diagnosing what's what, because like I say, these vans, I really do know these vans really well. But yeah, we're going to bring you along. I'm just going to pull the front grille off, put it into the hood latch here into service mode, which for those who don't know is actually right there behind the driver's side headlight. So when you put this in service mode, you take the front grille off, you take the headlight out, then you put the bonnet prop down inside there behind the headlight, and that way you can take all the front end off and have the bonnet up, and you haven't got bits of silly wood holding it up and it dropping down on your head. So we're going to get you into it. We're going to pull the front off, which I'm going to show you right now. You got one 10mm there, one 10mm down inside there, one there, one there, one there. So you should have 5 10mm, and then you just literally hook in down behind here and pop this off, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So you're looking now like that. So you can just recap: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headlights, 1, 2 10mm. Then what you do is you just put your hand under it, pull it up, twist a little bit like that, and that just lifts off like that. Then what you do is you just come in down the back of here and where are you? There you are. Just go clip, clip, and clip. Little metal tag there. And then you literally take the headlight out. Job done. That simple. And then we just keep repeating. I'll show you a bit more as we get in and see. Less than 3 minutes, and it looks like this. Right, so moving on. Bonnet latch, 1, 2 10mm there, 1, 2 10mm there. Now you're going to see the reason why I'm doing it this way. You're going to be a little bit surprised. Now I'm not going to take the bumper off. You're going to see why. But we're just going to go in and undo there. 13mm there, 13mm down there. There's some back screws there, Torx's, Torx and Torx. Another one underneath here, 13mm. Then you're coming in down the back of here, you have, it won't focus, but the back of the glow plug relay, which is down here, there's a 10mm there. Torx there for the boost pipe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in, undo the Jubilee clips there, and that one down there. Take the boost pipes off. That relieves the intercooler inside. And then we'll, so nearly forgot, the 10mm just there for the radiator. And the second 10mm for the radiator support is right there. Don't go taking this off and yanking on this, because you will rip the radiator clean in two. I know from experience, I cracked a radiator, so my bad, but we're just going to get into it, finish it off, get the whole front off, and we're going to see what we're doing. So folks, as you can see, front of the van now looks like this in less than 5 minutes, which is perfect, because now I can remove this, which was conveniently just sat there. I can chuck it in the back of that and come back, and now we can move all of this up here out of my way. But be careful folks of this, because if you leave that upside down, it will leak. The power steering filter thing, it will leak if it's upside down. So as you can see now, we've got clear access right down into the top of the gearbox. So we're just going to have a look around. I mean, even if you really wanted to, you could undo the clips here and the bottom clips and pull the entire radiator out if you really wanted to. And now we've got a clear room straight into there. I can check all the selectors, I can check everything, and we can get on and do what we've got to do to investigate. Because at the end of the day, if the bill's going to cost too much and the customer doesn't want to do it, then it's 10 minutes of time to take off and put it back on, as opposed to ripping the gearbox out and having hours of work where, you know, I'm not going to charge them. So I want to make sure that we're 100% certain that we've got a problem with either the gearbox, the slave, or the master, which is up under here. Selector cables, I want to make sure everything's working, because these vans suffer with the selector cables, the selector boxes inside, the cables popping off the gearbox. There's a whole list of mumbo jumbo that I could sit here and bore you with, of all the experiences that I've had with these vans. Now these G9Us are really good engines. I'm not saying that the M9R isn't a good engine, because the M9Rs are really good. They both have their flaws, but that's for another day. But yeah, we're going to get in, have a look. I'm going to pop off the selector cables and have a look in there and see if the selector's box inside is selecting freely. If it's selecting freely, then we know it's a gearbox issue, which means we're going to be putting a gearbox in this van, which is, you know, it sucks. But hey, that's why we do these jobs. So you guys don't have to, or you guys can even see what it entails to find out what it is wrong with your van, because you might better do a bit of diagnosing yourself, save yourself a bit of money, and, you know, in the long run, better ring up the garage and say, hey, I'm pretty certain my gearbox is toast, can you have a look? I've done this and I've done that, and, you know, or just leave them, but you know, and see what the returning aspect is. Because if you're the main stealer will just say, we're putting a gearbox in, select the cables, and all new lines and masters and slave cylinders, and £3,000 later you end up with a working van, when actually it only was a slave cylinder. So there, let's just get into it and quick ranting, and yeah. So folks, can we coming back in here and have a look at this gearbox. We've taken the selector cable off, and the selector shaft is still solid, rock solid. We've just gone ahead and drained the transmission oil, and anybody order up some glitter sparkles. I don't know how well that's picking it up on camera, but look at that, look. Anybody ordered up some gold. See if I can get any of the chunks that came out with it. There you go, look at that. Just pure glitter sparkles. So we're going to give this back to the customer and see what they want to do in the results of getting it resolved, or taking the van back, or whatever it is that they want to do. But that's going to want another transmission, and while we've got the transmission off, we might as well put a clutch in it, throw out bearing, and have a look at some of the what ifs whilst we're in there. But I think we'll call that for a part one on this one. Hopefully we'll have a part two, but we just don't know. So if you have a Vivaro and you're having stiff gear selections, this could well be the reason. So straight to the oil, drain it, check it. But yeah, this may well be the end of seeing this one. Right, thanks for watching.